In this video, I'm gonna break down 6 tricks that were used in Drake's Scary Hours 3. So let's start by making a beat like Evil Ways.
Yeah, I got some evil ways, even through the glass.
And this brings me to the first trick, sampling. So just like this beat, we wanna find a 70s soulful sample that they used. And to find something similar, I just went to Samplerette and found this.
Let me state my case on behalf of my defense.
So first we just want to find a 4-bar loop just like in Evil Ways, and I chopped it up to make this part. With the new FL stem saturation, we can layer instruments and parts in a much more unique way. So I just found this drum fill part, and then I just found this nice chime section. And then for the second part, I chopped out this string section that just gives the sample an overall fullness. And then this brings me on to the second part, vocal chopping. In Evil Ways, you notice a unique trick where the vocals are actually different tempos. So again, I did that by stem separation to find these vocals.
Let me state my case on behalf of my defense.
So just like in Evil Ways, I had this vocal, but I wanted to have that fast warp sound that they had. So this is in the normal tempo, but I just dragged it out of tempo. And this is it actually off tempo. And I've actually done it again with this part. And then lastly, to make them a little bit more full, added this part. Then I just added some simple drums like this to bounce off the beat. All sounds like this. Now this brings me on for the tricks for You Broke My Heart.
You broke my heart. I had my doubts about you from the start.
You can notice the first trick, and that's layering, which is vital to the sample's fullness. So firstly with this sample, I found this string section. And to get that brass section you hear throughout this production, I layered 4 different sounds. So for this, I've actually used the Session Horns Pro. And to give it that dark vibe, you really want to have that half step note. And to really get that fullness of the sample, you can see I've just panned them in all different directions. Then just ran them through this master bus to just give them an overall warmth. And just like in Broke My Heart, you can notice these synths layered over the brasses. And that brings me on to the next trick, and that's texture. And this is done in so many different ways. On this beat, they had a piano that you could hear had a wobble effect. And to achieve that, I've added this delay, which you can see is very high in the mix and has flutter and wow. Then again, using a portal. So let's listen to it before these effects. Now let's listen to it after. Then again, when you add some simple drums, it sounds like this. And again, when it comes to texture, this brings me on to the next song, Wick Man.
Empty clips. Empty clips.
This beat has a lot of ambient textures, and to achieve this, again, I layered 2 different pads. Then to create more unique textures, I exported one of the pads and pitched it up. Then again, when adding this portal, it sounds like this. Then for the second part, I found this ARP sound of splice and added a delay. Then the 5th trick of detuning. So I found this lead sound and I made sure to have the flutter really high. Then again, making it dark using them half steps. And the half steps are important for this channel pitch automation. So going into this sound, I set the pitch range to 1. Then I made this automation so it's going down and up the notes, but still staying in key. Bringing me on to the last trick. That's the reversing of drums. So I had this normal drum pattern that sounded like this. But in Wickman, they actually reversed 2 of the drums. They reversed the main snare and a perk. So you can see when reversing them, I've just moved the playback so it's just a little bit more on time. So now when adding the bass, it all sounds like this.